there have been many, many stories written where no one gave a chance in hell to a team to win.
Right.
But you know what? That team has to be willing and dedicated to leaving nothing in the tank. All right? If you go out there and you pussyfoot against this team here, they're going to embarrass you. But you got to go out there, hit them in the mouth, make them understand it's going to be a fight, and there's a possibility. You know, as I stated last night talking to somebody, I don't think Kansas City is playing against high schoolers. Right. They're not playing against no damn college students. They're playing professional athletes. And every once in a while, those professional athletes show that they have some pride. So I'm hoping for that to happen tonight, and let's see what happens. See how it goes.
There's weird upsets in the NFL all the time. Like, it happens. I think, you know, if you look at the biggest underdogs yesterday, the Panthers were catching 7 at home. They had a backup quarterback going. They got smoked. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. But the Jets were pretty big underdogs to the Bengals, and they got their first win of the year, 39-38.
Yeah, totally.
Nobody, I don't think many thought the Dolphins were going to go into Atlanta and beat Kirk Cousins and the Falcons.
Hell no.
What happened?
And not like they did.
The Dolphins worked Atlanta. I think, unfortunately for Kirk, a guy I know and like, I think it's over. Like, he looked. Did you watch any of that? Did you see any highlights?
No, I was flying out.
I think it's over for Kirk. He just, nothing looked right in that game for Atlanta.
The process isn't working anymore?
I mean, I think it's Father Time comes for everybody, man. And
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean it as a shot at Kirk. He's had a good career. He made a boatload of cash. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I do think it's over there. Just looking at the NFL, man, we're going to open the phones, let people talk, and there's plenty of reasons to think lots of things, right? The Colts were the biggest favorite on the board this week. They beat Tennessee's ass
they beat them
and covered, right?
Yeah, totally.
So, like, sometimes it's going to go the way it is expected, but sometimes it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think once Lamar was out for Baltimore, everybody thought the Bears.
As I was leaving Baltimore and stuff like that, and everyone was basically like, Baltimore's going to get boat race. They didn't.
Right.
They went out there and they won the damn game. They limited their offense, and then also they went out there and they played very good on their side. The ultimate thing is, man, listen.
I don't know why they try. Snoop is such a better. He's a better player, better fit for them than Rush was, and I think they should have gone to Huntley earlier.
Yeah, when you go to Rush, you're going completely to a different style quarterback.
Right.
We used to have that here in D.C., where we would have the quarterback the backup never ever matched the starter. Now it does in a sense, but you still have to play the games. And if a team finally just get out of their own damn way, they can go out there and win a game.
Well, dude, the offensive genius of Ben Johnson, they had, I don't know. I mean, that Ravens defense has been awful. The Bears were able to put up about 300 yards of offense. Maybe it was turnover driven. My computer's not really opening, but they scored 16 points on a Ravens defense that was giving up 40 routinely. Mm-hmm. So I like the NFL's a weird place, man.
Caleb had 285 yards passing.
They couldn't really run the ball.
He threw an interception. He was 25 of 38. Running the ball was not very. They weren't good with that. They went for
their running backs had about 70 yards.
23 carries total. 23 carries total for about 97 100 yards, something like that.
And I mean, if you look at kind of Baltimore's play calling in that game, it wasn't successful yardage-wise, but their commitment to the run kept a lot of pressure off Huntley. Huntley only threw the ball 22 times. Mm-hmm. Derrick Henry got 21 carries. Granted, it was a grind. He only got 70 yards, but sometimes when you just stay with that hammer, it works out for you.
Yeah, and then one thing about running games, I know everyone expects you to get 4, 5, 10 yards. Like the Eagles running back averaged over 11 yards carry yesterday. But they expect you to go out there and just always just churn out yards. Having the threat of the run helps your whole offense out. And I think in our situation, we go away from it a little quick. We have to stick to it.
Yeah, I think you run the hell out of the ball tonight. I think I've said it a couple times now. I want to see McNichols. I'd like to see Rodriguez. Like, get all of them going.
Another game yesterday.
And Bill. Like, I'm not saying go away from Bill, but I'd like to run the ball a lot this evening.
Texans and
including
49ers.
Mariota, dude.
How about Texans 49ers yesterday?
I know.
Who picked that?
Me for a hundo. I'm excited for the game tonight. Arrowhead's a cool experience. It does feel a little, to quote the late great John Feinstein, season on the brinkish for Washington. You get to 3-5, and then you got Seattle and Detroit coming to town. Like 3-5, 2 games under 500 starts to feel really ugly, and obviously odds makers expect that to happen. I get it, but everybody thought the Ravens were cooked, especially when they had all the Lamar. What do you make of all that Lamar craziness?
Him being hurt, you mean?
They listed him.
No, that right there is on the team. That got nothing to do with Lamar. They said he practiced.
Have you heard the conspiracy theory?
Then they came back and said he didn't take starting reps. Nobody cares if he took starting reps or not. Did he practice or not? Okay, you don't put it out there he was a full participant. Then you say no, he was limited. Whether he takes starting reps or not, the backups take backup reps, don't they? They get full participant.
Yeah.
You don't change it the next day, do you? So that's some screw up that they did.
Yeah.
And you see the league, I guarantee they get fined for it.
My boy Brendan Fry, you know Brendan. He just texted me, if Miami can beat the Falcons by 30, anything is possible. Like the NFL is, listen, if it went the way it was supposed to, if it went the way everybody thought, the drinks wouldn't be free in Vegas. Like, there's a reason betting on the NFL is one of the most impossible things in the world.
Yeah.
Now, I do think to get a win, you know how in football sometimes weird stuff happens?
Yeah.
You need a Mahomes pass to bounce off Johnny Newton's helmet, go straight up in the air, and let Frankie Louvu catch that thing and run it 13 yards for a touchdown. You need some stuff.
You need some stuff to happen, and then again, you can't beat yourself.
Definitely.
One thing you can't do is go out there and have all these dumbass penalties and have turnovers. You have turnovers and penalties against this team, there's no chance you're going to come back.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Let's talk about our trips to Kansas. You left when? You had an event in the morning or something?
I left yesterday.
What time? Usually you're like first flight out.
I left at 1:40.
Okay, so you were later. Mm-hmm. So you got to
Well,
town.
1:49.
Okay, so you got here 4-ish?
3-something.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was the rally?
Rally was cool.
Jumping?
Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of like a indoor-outdoor type thing. And I'm glad that the rain held off.
Not on a golf course.
It held off for me. It was that chicken and pickle.
Did you play any pickleball?
Hell no.
Have you ever? Pickleball's fun, dude.
It was people out there playing, you know.
Just not Brian Mitchell.
No. I was sitting up there talking to the folks. You know, I like to hang out with the folks.
How big was the crowd?
It wasn't as big as some of the others. It's not really, like when you say you're going on a road trip, Atlanta, understand. Dallas, L.A., understand. Kansas?
Well, I also think one of the big differences in some of these bigger cities, Atlanta, L.A., when we go down to Florida, Tampa, Miami, there are just Skins fans that live there. Like, just people that are from D.C. or their parents were, and they grew up Burgundy and Gold fans, and they just live out west, or they live in Atlanta, or they live in Fort Lauderdale. I kind of think people here root for their team.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I don't think there's a big...
I was coming through the airport, and I was like Tanner was talking about, you know, man, I don't think I ever really came through here. I'm like, dog, the last time I went through this airport, because when I flew out here to play, you know, you get off the plane straight onto a bus and you go to the hotel.
Right.
I came to visit the Kansas City Chiefs. Marty Schottenheimer was the coach.
That
was my last time going through a damn airport here.
Didn't your pager go off and like Bria was being born or something?
Yeah, I was out.
Weren't you going to sign? Like,
I was thinking about
you were
signing
like
with
in
him.
the meeting room with Schottenheimer.
I said,
right?
I got to go. I got to go to the airport, coach. What do you mean? Oh, I got a baby coming. I got to go.
That's all. That's such a cool. Was it Bria? What's
Bria. Thank you, Bria.
Those Chiefs teams were good though.
Not necessarily like they are now.
Not like now.
And then again,
Marty had it working. They got Joe Montana. Would you have played with Montana here?
I don't know if it was Joe at that time. It was like 95, 96s.
Bro, that had to be because Steve Young won that Super Bowl with the Niners in 95, 96.
I didn't play. Yeah, and I can tell you that. I was talking to Sean Barber last night. He's like, bro, the places in D.C. you could hang out at, ain't no places like that here. I'm like, good. Glad I didn't come.
So you hit Q39 last night.
Yeah.
How was it?
Fantastic.
What all did you get?
I had brisket. I had ribs.
There was a Q39 down by your hotel, right? Okay.
Not far from it. I had chicken. I had the Chipotle sausage. I had the Mexican street corn, which was unbelievable.
Elote.
The vegetables was good. And then I forgot to get burnt in, so I'm going to find a place today and get those.
So I got burn-ins last night. I'm going to just run you through my day yesterday because it was worth it, incredible, but a lot. 6 a.m., I believe.
Y'all crazy as hell.
Dog, the hardest logistical part of my day. So Saturday was just a really fun family day, did a bunch of stuff. I wake up call at 4:45 a.m. at my house because my flight's at 6:20 out of National.
All right.
Throw it in my phone. So I'm out the door at like 5. Throw it in my phone. Easy. It's 5 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Like it should be pretty wide open driving. And from where I live, I go down to Canal Road, sneak it down, going to go over the Key Bridge to the airport, no problem. Driving, cruising, everything's easy. Get right to where Georgetown University's on your left, the river's on your right. I need like 500 yards to make a right onto Key Bridge, and there's a million cops, just police everywhere. And I'm like, what the hell? The road is closed, and I realize there's nowhere for me to go. So then I'm in full scramble mode because I'm kind of starting to cut it close with my flight. Bobbing and weaving, go up around Georgetown, cut down over by the Four Seasons over there.
Yeah.
Cops everywhere. I'm like,
oh, the marathon.
The damn marathon. I had no idea.
You know what? When I was driving in,
everything was closed.
The marathon was still going on, but I didn't get affected by it at all. And I'm like, JP had problems this morning. I just figured you had problems, dog.
I had problems.
That's why I called you this morning to make sure you were up.
I know. I appreciate that. So Memorial Bridge ended up being open. I got there. The plane started boarding at 5:50. I parked my car at 5:37. But there was nobody at security. I got right through. Yeah. Luckily, it was DCA, which is pretty small.
Yeah, DCA, you can fly through there.
So all's well. So we go DC to Chicago. O'Hare is, I know Atlanta's busier, but O'Hare is up there, dude. That is a busy-ass airport.
Yeah.
I did get McDonald's breakfast in Chicago, which was hitting. McDonald's breakfast stays hitting. I got a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle. Bang. Chicago to Wichita. Wichita, Kansas, B. I've learned more about Wichita than I've really ever thought I would know. It's a very nice airport.
Is it a quaint town?
I don't know that I missed much, but I didn't see a lot that I would call memorable. Apparently, it's the biggest town in Kansas. I did learn that.
Really?
Yeah. From Wichita, we get in the Uber, and it's an hour to this golf course.
Our Uber ride?
Yes, dude.
Try to write that one off.
I don't think I can expense that one. This golf course called Prairie Dunes, built in, 1900. Just incredible. You are in the absolute middle of nowhere, but it was incredible. And B, I came out hot. Parred the first hole. Second hole, uphill par 3. It was like 145. And all these greens were just crazy. Just sloped and slanted and everything. I hit a shot. And it starts drifting down toward the hole. And then it's like on a ridge, so we can't see it. And I'm with Tischler and my boy Farley.
Y'all started jumping.
They were like, dude, your ball disappeared. And I was like, I'm not buying this. We're not doing this. Because I just knew it wasn't in finally, we get up. We're in the cart, and Tischler is now filming me because he wants my reaction when we see it. And we're coming around this corner, can't see it. And at this point, I'm like, oh, man. I'm like, oh, man. And then finally, we get up to the top of the hill, and we can see it. And I'm like, I told you it wasn't in. And it was a really good shot. I mean, I had a tap-in birdie, but no ace. Me and Mitch were absolutely on fire. So it was me and Mitch versus Berger and Farley. You know all these guys. Mm-hmm. We were up 6 at the turn.
Don't tell me y'all lost.
We didn't lose, but
y'all pushed.
No, we ended up winning the match on 17. We won one hole in the back 9, and that was only because Mitch hit an approach that was going to go 20 yards over the green, and it hit the flag and bounced right down to give him like a 5-foot putt. Mm-hmm. Those guys also started playing well in the back, but damn, we fell apart. There may be a corollary to alcohol consumption. I don't know. Do you know how far this Uber was from Hutchinson, Kansas, where I played golf, back into the city?
Hour 25.
3.5.
Wait. Y'all caught an Uber for 3.5? What was the price?
3.5.
Wait. 3.5 what?
350.
350? That Uber driver was like, I got these fools.
Yo, my man Randy was kind of looked like Santa Claus, had a minivan. And as soon as Randy...
You need a minivan for Mitch.
When Randy rolled up, I just gave him $20 cash to start our relationship. And he was cool. We got a 30-pack. We had the game on. We were chilling. There are worse Uber rides. Mm-hmm. But because of the time, we didn't make it to Q39, which sucked. But we did go meet up with... we went to Mahomes' Steakhouse.
You got in? I heard the line was so damn long just to get to the bar. It was ridiculous.
You know who makes moves?
Who?
Monty.
Oh, Monty got you.
Steve Montgomery was in there. So we got in, we were hanging, and then Stanford Steve was there, and he was like, dude, the bar upstairs is... So Mahomes' Steakhouse is very cool. Like, you could tell it's like super high end. Mm-hmm. But it's also like they had live music. This woman, you would have loved, this woman was attractive. And walking around and like singing with people at their tables. But there was no TVs. Like you couldn't watch the game. It was a high-end vibe. And we had been playing golf and drinking beer for 10 hours at that point. And Stanford Steve is like, dude, go to the bar upstairs in the hotel. It's wide open. They got big screens. So we went up there. I assume it's the same food. Mm-hmm. And we got smoked wings, burnt ends, ribs, this fried smoked chicken, mac and cheese. We got a little pizza too. The burnt ends, so damn good. Mm-hmm. So,
it's the burnt end capital, they say.
Can we get Uber Eats to this studio? Probably, right?
I don't know. It's called Giselle.
Yo, hit up Giselle. We need some burnt ends. I think that's what we do. Burnt ends for lunch.
We know people. We know people here. They can tell us what to do, Jay.
But shout out. I appreciate my guy Brendan Porath. Not Porath.
Yeah.
For getting us set up at Prairie Dunes yesterday. Listen, if you ever find yourself in Hutchinson, Kansas, you need to play that course.
I probably won't be in Hutchinson, Kansas.
It was epic, B.
All right.
It was.
I mean, when you shoot 42.75, I'm sure it was epic.
I mean, could that anything have been, so I was really good on the front, and in our text thread getting ready for the tournament, my boys were like, how you playing? I was like, I'm playing awful. I'm terrified when I stand over the ball. Like my game is completely vacant. And so, 7th, 8th hole is we're just kicking their ass. They're like, oh, I'm playing awful. I was like, just wait. It's coming.